Luigi's Mansion, Pac-Man, PSVR Playroom, all these games have you fight ghosts, which is fun all within itself, but what's more fun is being a ghost yourself. Ghost Trick is cool. Unlike other games where you do play as a ghost, Ghost Trick takes a more interesting approach. Made by some of the developers behind the Ace Attorney series, Ghost Trick isn't a horror game, but a detective puzzle game. It's like playing as Phoenix Wright if he died. The main gameplay is about you, Cecil, using your ghost abilities to move from thing to thing, trying to get to different parts of the room to solve puzzles by interacting with your environment. The gameplay is simple at first, but is used for increasingly difficult puzzles, all of which are centered around the story unfolding through each chapter. I've always loved a good mystery, and a story like this, that unravels as you play through it, is so satisfying. It can be very—
Get your hands up! Down on the ground, now!
Okay, so apparently I think I've committed a crime, and like all good criminals, I'm not sure what. The game starts with no more than a dead body, and you, a ghost, having no memory of anything that happened. So the only mysteries you're given at the start are who are you and how did you die. This quickly turns into more and more, due to the fact there's a woman here. A woman who for some reason has the hair of a chicken and wears no pants. A few women in this game wear no pants, for some reason, like the girl with an actual chicken on her head. What can I say? It's Japanese. You learn more about the story through reading character conversations and seeing actions they take. In fact, some of my favorite details are revealed outside of dialogue, like when a man in jail paints a picture of you and you're not sure why. Sweet. At least I got a toilet. Actually, hold on a second. Like in the game, I like looking around my environment for clues. Like how I can tell that I'm probably not wandering for something too bad since there's no guards in my cell. Well, that or they're bad at their job. You only have a few allies throughout the story, as you can only talk to those who have already died. And a lamp. He lets you know about the basics. You know, typical ghost stuff, like talking to the dead, manipulating objects, traveling through phones. Oh, and time travel. One of the key mechanics in the game is saving dead people. Whenever someone dies, you can latch onto their core, or their soul, and travel 4 minutes before they died and have a chance to save their life. This gets really interesting though, as you save the same people over and over, and even go back in time while you're already back in time. It's really cool and gets better throughout the game. The way you interact with the environment, the ghost tricks, are also given their own really cool segments. Like that guy in prison can detect Cecil's ghost tricks, set up ways for him to move around, and even call someone on the phone to talk to Cecil. Like, this dude works so well with him. He's just great. I won't talk about more uses of the ghost tricks because I don't want to get too spoilery here.
Hey, I've got the perfect strategy to get you out of jail. I mean, just go with it.
But I haven't even told you about my alibi. Wait, am I going to court? This video really shouldn't be about Ace Attorney.
Court is now in session. Plaintiff is being tried on 4 counts of first-degree murder. Defense, what is your case?
Well, we actually have evidence that my client has shown full remorse for what he's done, and he no longer needs to be reformed.
He murdered 4 people.
Is that really a crime?
Yes, blatantly.
Well, you can't just charge a man for committing a crime he didn't even know was illegal.
Murder?
He's had a hard life. I mean, who are you to judge him for the decisions he's made?
It's literally my job.
Your Honor, we'd like to move this case along.
Kill yourself.
Okay, well, we'll hand it off to the jury.
We find the plaintiff innocent.
Very well then. What? Why?
We thought the defense made a good point. Who are you to judge him?
I'm the judge.
Works every time.
You know what? I don't care. Screw you guys. I sentence you to life in prison. Court adjourned.
I think this is the fastest the legal system has ever worked. Ever. Where was I? The game really keeps the mystery going. You're constantly given new information, and there's even subtle things that happen that cause minor mysteries. Early on, there's a random cat. For no reason. Does he come back later? Play the game and find out. Oh, and that lamp you talk to is even called out for being mysterious. Do you ever find out about the truth about him? Of course, yeah, play the game to find out. As the game progresses, you learn more about who this girl is. She's Lynn, and why she was there. You find out about her past events that I should not talk about to avoid spoilers. The best part is that the game goes a step further than just adding a mysterious atmosphere, because it also adds a charming one.
Lunch is ready.
I've been in here 5 seconds! Almost all the major characters are iconic and given creative designs. Lynn may wear no pants, but we have a snazzy red suit. Another detective looks and kinda acts like an Elvis impersonator. Other people are blue. I'm not sure why, and that's just to name a few. There's also a lot of creative writing, and every chapter had me smiling with what the character would do or say. Here's a few of my favorites.
She couldn't possibly fit in that tiny little elevator.
Oh, I don't know, sir. Lynn is pretty slim.
Fool! Don't you know that women can make themselves appear slim through their fashion? To this day, I still don't know how much my wife really weighs.
Lynn ran away. The detectives yelled at me. The old pigeon man ignored me. Then the kid'll nearly scared me to death.
This is a glorious dance that's been passed down my family for generations. When you don't know what else to do, dance, dance, dance. We call it the panic dance.
The game is just so good.
You're under arrest for the murder of 4 people.
I'm literally in jail.
Don't talk back to me or I'll hold you in contempt.
I'm in jail.
Do you got any evidence that you're innocent?
I don't even know what I'm being accused of.
Murdering 4 people?
Okay, but who? When?
April 14th.
Okay, that only answered half my questions. You are terrible at your job.
Do you want to be arrested?
Then here, look at my calendar. April 14th, 2024.
Dang, that's a detailed calendar.
I'm quite meticulous.
Well, it says you had a lot to do on April 14th. We'll check your alibi and be back to let you go.
Let me go? You already think I'm innocent? Then why am I here?
Shut up and don't go anywhere.
I already know that. The game's really good. Aside from all the surface level stuff, the game has a lot of smaller things that make it easier to play. Like you have a logbook with all information you know about each character, but only at that specific point in the game. Before you know Lynn's name is Lynn, the book just says, a woman who was at the scene of my death. You're also given short intros whenever you start a chapter, just in case it's been a while. One thing I found less than subtle is that when you rewind time to save people, if you mess up, you restart the whole thing. However, the game gives you a new save point after you change someone's fate. So sometimes, the game just comes up with excuses to be like, well, technically you changed someone's fate, just to give you another save point. And sometimes it's obvious what they're doing, but like, it's also pretty helpful. Even outside the story, it's still really well designed.
Hey, you're free to go.
Give me a second. The story unfolds in all directions in such an interesting way. New information doesn't just impact one detail, but it impacts everything you've seen in the story up to this point. Near the end of the game, you'll be questioning the most basic information you assume to be true at the very start. The story has really stuck with me. Years after I beat it, I still think about that ending more often than I'd like to admit. Okay, I'm done.
Well, your alibi checks out. There's no way you could have murdered those people on April 14th, 1989.
1989? My alibi is for 2024. I wasn't born in 1989.
Like I said, you're free to go.
Okay, I don't really know what half of this was about, but I gotta wrap this up. The story is really good, but the mystery can't be figured out while you play. You have to wait to be told the answers, which is kind of disappointing, because trying to figure it out yourself is a really fun thing to do in mystery games. The game has problems, but honestly, it's more well written than almost anything else I've read, ever. To me, it's a work of art.
Out on the ground, greasy gamer, do it!
Again? Hello. This video is not like my usual content, as it contains like live action skits, which I haven't done in years, and I've never really done on YouTube. I asked my friend SimonCat for advice, because he does those, and then I ignored his advice, because I kind of want to do it my way, and I don't know if it worked. Hopefully it's still a good video though. Thank you for watching. Bye.